Before we begin, imagine a story where every heartbeat carries a secret, where every friendship hides a betrayal, where love feels like salvation, but loss cuts deeper than death itself. A story so raw and unpredictable that it will leave you breathless till the very last second. If you want to keep uncovering stories like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now and join Movie Recap Clips, where every tale brings you closer to the edge of your seat. It all begins in the quiet outskirts of a small town where 16-year-old Clara Hayes lives, a girl who carries silence like armor, her eyes filled with storms she never dares to speak about, because behind her gentle smile is a broken family. A father who left without explanation, and a mother drowning in her own grief, leaving Clara to raise herself between dusty library aisles and the empty swing in her backyard. And yet her life takes a sudden turn when she meets Daniel, the new boy in school whose charm hides scars deeper than hers, and together they carve an unspoken bond that feels like destiny. But destiny in this story is not gentle. It is cruel, because while Clara tastes the sweetness of first love, secret notes slipped into books, stolen glances across classrooms, midnight phone calls filled with laughter, she also senses a darkness creeping around her, an unease that grows sharper the more she learns about Daniel's past, whispers of a tragedy, a younger sister who drowned under mysterious circumstances, and a family that moved to escape the shadows of gossip. But the shadows follow them here, and Clara soon finds herself tangled in them, especially when she starts receiving anonymous letters in her locker, written in jagged handwriting, warning her to stay away from Daniel, claiming he isn't who he seems. And though fear curls in her chest, her heart refuses to let go, because in Daniel she sees the only person who understands her loneliness. And together they promise to heal each other. Yet healing never comes without pain, and the pain strikes brutally one stormy evening when Clara discovers her mother unconscious on the kitchen floor, the weight of pills and despair nearly taking her away. And though her mother survives, the fragile trust Clara had in family shatters completely, leaving her clinging even more desperately to Daniel. But Daniel too begins to drift, his mood shifting like tides, sometimes tender, sometimes distant, haunted by nightmares he never explains. Until one night Clara follows him and finds him at the old abandoned pier, staring at the water with tears in his eyes, whispering his sister's name, confessing that he blames himself for her death, that he tried to save her but froze when she slipped into the lake, and now he feels cursed, unworthy of love. And Clara, shaken but determined, swears she will not leave him. Yet fate twists again when the anonymous letters turn into threats. Photos of Clara and Daniel together, taken without their knowledge, appearing in her locker and her mailbox, and suddenly the suspense of teenage love collides with a mystery darker than anything Clara could have imagined. Because one night after a school dance, their car tires are slashed and a shadow follows them home, and the police dismiss it as pranks. But Clara knows it is more, and the truth finally cracks open when she discovers the culprit is Lily, Daniel's childhood friend, whose obsession with him twisted into jealousy and rage, because Lily had always loved Daniel and blamed Clara's arrival for stealing him away. But just when Clara thinks the nightmare is over, tragedy strikes again as Daniel goes missing, vanishing without leaving a trace, and the town whispers that he ran away. But Clara feels in her soul that he didn't, and she sets out to find him, uncovering clues in his journal, words scribbled about the pier, the lake, and his sister's ghost that haunts his dreams. And in a desperate search, Clara rushes to the pier on a stormy night, where lightning tears across the sky, and there she finds Daniel on the edge, ready to surrender to the water, to the guilt that has chained him for years. And in that moment, Clara pours out everything inside her, her loneliness, her mother's brokenness, her own fears of being unwanted, and she begs him not to give in, telling him that their love is proof that even the most shattered souls can find light. And somehow, miraculously, her words pierce the storm inside him, and Daniel collapses into her arms, saved not by himself but by the faith of someone who saw him when no one else did. And yet the story does not end with neat happiness. Because the journey of coming of age is never tidy, it is raw. So while Daniel enters therapy and Clara begins to mend her relationship with her mother, both learn that healing is a process, not a destination. And the final twist comes months later when Clara, flipping through her father's old journal she found hidden in the attic, learns that he too once struggled with the same darkness Daniel faced. That his leaving was not abandonment, but an attempt to protect them from his spiraling mind. And though the revelation crushes her, it also frees her, teaching her that loss does not define her. Love does not fix everything, but the courage to face truth, however painful, is what transforms a girl into a woman. And as the credits roll in this heartbreaking, yet uplifting tale, we see Clara standing at the pier at sunrise, the water calm at last, her reflection no longer a stranger but someone she finally recognizes. Herself, whole, flawed, but unafraid of the future.